Hello, I'm Rin, and let's talk about what's new to my collection. So, I typically do unboxings of a lot of these records, but let's just do a big overview currently of what's new, what have I gotten. Some of these you may have seen on my social media already. One of them I did do an unboxing for, but I'm just gonna do a huge just what's new. First we have Marvin Gaye's What's Going On. It is in this stunning marble green, and it comes with the poster of this album cover. It is a gatefold, which some of you who will know to remember when this came out will remember it looking like this. This was gifted to me by my mother. One of our ways we've been bonding is over music. You may have seen for May, for Mother's Day and her birthday, I did a wall of music she likes. And so we've been bonding over our love of music, and she's been buying records for my collection. And she's really into staple albums she thinks everyone should have in their collection. Some people feel it's kind of controversial having staple albums in your collection. Your collection should be whatever you want it to be. But luckily for me, I do love Marvin Gaye. And she brought this to Record Vinyl Club the one time she went, and this is what we listened to. We did the song What's Going On and Mercy Mercy Me, The Oncology were her two picks. But again, Marvin Gaye, What's Going On. Another one from my mom is Wars, The World is a Ghetto. This is just a standard black pressing. One song on here you may know is the Cisco Kid. If you're from my generation, if you're like a millennial, you remember the George Lopez show. Lowrider was the theme song for that show. It is not on this album, but Cisco Kid is another song you may know. And I like War. I like Cisco Kid. I love Lowrider. Here's the front. Here's the back. Not a gatefold. I believe this is their first album. Came with a hype sticker. I love a good hype sticker. This is actually, if you care about Rolling Stone, one of their 100 greatest albums. War, The World is a Ghetto. And we have one last record from my mom. We have Curtis Mayfield. My mom also brought this to Vinyl Club, and she played Freddie's Dead and Superfly from this album. And it is on this gorgeous purple. So I got 3 new albums from my mom. As I said, she's been trying to add to my collection as a bonding experience. And Curtis Mayfield. Now this one I did film an unboxing for. I've yet to edit it yet, but this is Esprit's Virtua.zip. This is Vaporwave, Chillwave, that genre I really love. Vaporwave, this is my first Vaporwave album. And this one's actually pretty cool. This is a repressing they did last year. My first Bandcamp Friday purchase was this album. The Esprit, George Clinton, that's his name. He has a record label called 100% Electronica that he released this on. It's from 2016. And the Vaporwave vinyl subreddit. I never won Bandcamp Friday, guys. Let's support our faves. And Vaporwave is so hard to get on vinyl. But to get one of my favorite albums was exciting. Once again, this is Esprit, Virtua.zip. Now for my 2 newest records. I literally got them this weekend. I went to Columbia, Missouri, and I went to Hit Records in the same building as Ragtag Cinema over in Columbia, Missouri. And I picked up Sparks' new album, Mad. This is just a standard pressing. I know there's the, I believe, what is it, the indie pressing that has the lenticular on front and is a gatefold with Ron as the gatefold. Picture inside, just standard pressing of Mad. I am enjoying this record. A song people are not really enjoying is Jansport Backpack, which actually is my favorite song. I usually go for, like, I know Sparks are known for like repetition in their music anyway, but like Jansport Backpack hits the same spot as Escalator did on the Girls Crying Our Latte. So my ever-growing Sparks collection, look forward to in September, Sparkstember, our national holiday for Sparks all month long. And this will be Sparks themed this fall. And again, Sparks' new album, Mad. And then for an In Search of I'm Excited I Now Own is Brian Eno's Ambient One music for airports. If you don't know the story behind this album, Brian Eno was in an airport in, I believe, Europe somewhere, and he could not stand the music in the airport. So went home and he wrote a whole album of music for airports. And before you think, oh, why doesn't any airport use this music? An airport tried to. It is not really airport music. It is more existential, a feeling of kind of dread. But this album's amazing. Brian Eno is one of my favorites. Last time I was at Hit Records, I bought Talking Heads Hear Music, which is produced by Brian Eno, and that employee clocked me and my love of Brian Eno. So to finally be able to add Brian Eno to my collection is amazing. These songs are long instrumental pieces. You just gotta sit with them. They're amazing. Mark off an In Search Of from my list. And it is a used copy, standard black pressing, but that is all the albums I have recently acquired over the last few months for my collection. I do post other places about records. I'm on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Blue Sky. I'm on Discogs. So if you want to see what the rest of my collection looks like, half of it's been imported into Discogs. My collection, all the records predate barcodes on stuff, so it's been a long journey. I kind of got burnt out. But if you want to see what's in my collection, I have and put it into Discogs. I'm on Discogs. But I have been Rin, and as I wish more people said, don't forget to be awesome.